Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's week is going good. Excuse me. Let's swap this before I get in trouble for ignoring people. Didn't, but... Now, the good thing is... Shiny Charm. Should be easy to get some shinies. Well, that's who I had. I know I was missing someone. Now, annoyingly, something kind of want to try and get it. Just wait. That would set the zones until I get what I'm looking for. However, I don't know how. It's not. I'm lost. I think there's one probably much closer to where I was. Kill some time. Where we go from there. Battle one. Nothing there. I guess this is a double side coin, right? Because this is also resetting the map. Oh, so there might be some shinies that pop up. Like when they spawn. Get Torchic. I can't not go and get Torchic. Really do like that it gives off a kind of... I don't have any donuts. I thought I made a bunch of donuts. I must have used them all yesterday. Nuts. Six con. Try and make some donuts. Ooh, 3 rares. What do we get? Alpha, Encounter, and Catch. These are random every time from what see what we can get. See if it gives us 3 pretty much every time, I'll be happy. Or at least as long as I get 1 or 2. Catching poison. Counter. Well, I think I'm gonna have to try and farm some berries. Item Pokeball. That will be good. There, can I make any more? As long as they're 3-star, that's really all I need. And that one gave me nothing. Okay. Definitely seems the higher tier one. Made with a higher tier berries are more likely to give you extra powers. Which is interesting. Basic one. I don't think it should be that big of a problem just going with the normal one. I'll save the alpha water one for my favorite of the starters, that being Mudkip. Catch fire type cat. That we can do. I like the fact that the only problem I have with how long some of them last. Yes. Ow. What a beautiful cat. Probably just use the Master Ball. Cat. Charizard. It's gonna be a might as well just keep going. Walk through. And then get me this. Other stuff. Part of me is like, I would like to stay in here, but and the XP I need from this area. I mean, we might as well see if I can maybe get away with doing a little bit of this. See if maybe we can get a shiny to pop in. The only downside being there's no other Pokemon in the map other than the new. Bit. A little bit pointless, maybe. Times easier. Now that I have the shiny charm, statistically 14. Lord knows I need all the help. My shiny luck at the best of times is not amazing. I might have to take my PC apart. Now it's gotten hotter. Oh, the temperatures are rising. Are up there. Fortunately, none of them are spawning in. Like a genius that I am. I don't know at this point, is it worth just sitting and waiting for them to spawn in? I don't know timer-wise what it does. I don't know if them respawning is linked to in-zone timer, in which case they'll only respawn after a certain seconds in the zone, or if it's linked to the way there's not time passing. Once you've got them all, it's kind of no real reason to stay in the zone. I mean, unless more spawn in. Which is entirely plausible. Oh, there you go. Back. Let's see. Let's see if this does the whole zone then. So from what I understand, there are effectively two ways to shiny hunt in this zone. Way one is doing the fly reset, and then option two, the slower way, is KOing them all, waiting for them to respawn, and KOing them, waiting for them to respawn. I personally think that that's like a waste of time. Although, granted, I don't exactly know how to effectively do this. I think it is the fly method, but at the end of the day, not know exactly. Alright, let's go down. No shinies. I've got so much to do this weekend. So I've got to rebuild the PC. Fix the GameCubes as well. Hey, Demo. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Maybe go and check. I'm gonna be upset with Greg. Did your partner enjoy the surprise of the... I'll get there. it Mudkip or was it Trico that you were hunting? I think it was Mudkip, right? You were hunting Mudkip for them? Or was you hunting Mudkip? I know one of the hunts you were doing was Mudkip. Mudkip and Trico. I knew it was two of them. I am curious what you were thinking, Tomo, of the red and green coming on to the Switch. A lot of people seem to be 50-50 on it. Mudkip Christmas and Tricky got last month. Oh, nice. Oh, you soft reset it over it? Oh, that's not good. That is not good, but luckily you got it just after, which is good. This shiny charm was supposed to help me get shinies. A lot of Discord regarding it, but honestly, you'll probably grab it if it has the Darkses event. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's a bit iffy with how they've gone about it. Apparently, the website originally said it would have home support. Then they deleted that bit on the website that said it had home support. It has no online play, so like, you know, granted the original games don't really have online play anymore, but you know, it's a bit silly that it doesn't have online play. If it has the events, I definitely think it might be a maybe pick up for me as well. But I you know, kind of got to wait and see. It will also be interesting if they eventually bring if they announce anything else on Friday. Yeah, they dropped. So that was interesting. Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure they dropped all of the Game Boy games on the 3DS. Now we're on the Switch, they're bringing the Game Boy Advance games, which means by the time we get Nintendo's next console, it might mean we get DS games on the console as well. That's what I'm most looking forward to. If they could, DS games as well, that I think would just, you know, for me, I would lose all my money. I like the idea of having all of a few of my games on the same console. Oh yeah, I think Gen 10, yeah, Gen 10 is pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, Gen 10 is gonna be confirmed. Apparently, again, it's leaks, and I don't want to get too much into spoilers or anything, but, sorry, it's not spoiler at all in my opinion. Apparently it had a budget 1.5 times bigger than Legends Arceus. Sorry, Legends ZA. And Legends ZA apparently had a budget of 14 million yen or something like that. Ooh, there's no. Or was it $14 million? It was something like that. I think it was $14 million. So what? Potentially 28 million? Or, sorry, 21 million for Gen 10? which, you know, is still tiny for a AAA game that, you know, makes the money that the Pokemon games make. Yeah, I'm just annoyed because I'm at work when the announcements happen. And then I'm basically not streaming until late in the evening because we've got family dinner. So I will be keeping up on it. So that'll be good. But, you know, yeah, it depends how complete it is. I remember when we saw Ilka's first trailer for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and how, you know, how that changed from the trailer to the actual release. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, go for it, Tomo. I think Legends has the idea of Legends has such great potential to add lore to the games. Me personally, I wish they would do more prehistoric games, not games. The one that's been going around since Arceus, the Celebi one, is one that I'm kind of like, ooh, I do like the sound of that. I should also maybe catch a new milk. I do have one. I thought I thought it, oh no, the only Pokemon I didn't have in here. That was it. Ultra Beasts, I think that's again is another potential avenue that they could do more with. Again, yeah, that could be cool. Again, there's a lot of areas in the game that I kind of wish they would expand on. I'm gonna avoid talking about any kind of leaks or rumors that I've heard, seen, because you know, in my opinion, that's not the best thing to talk about. Again, like, I can't foresee we'll get another Legends game announcement. Not this year, maybe next year. I also can't foresee like a remake. Maybe DLC. I don't know if they'll do another DLC for Gen 10. Sorry, we know Gen 10's going to get a DLC. My concern is that they've cut content from the main game of Gen 10 to make it a DLC. Like in Legends. In ZA, it wasn't even an extra download. You just bought it, and it was like buying a Virtual ticket, and it just enabled the code. Which, to be fair, it might have come down in an update for the base game. But the fact that, you know, that was how it was completely frustrated me, because it means the code was in the game anyway. And that was just frustrating. Says as he bought it and is currently playing it. And again, with what it's added, I would wholeheartedly say, if you haven't bought it and you're thinking about maybe getting it, don't. In my opinion, it's not worth the money. Okay, yeah, it's cool you can shiny hunt in the game, but if you've bought the Sword and Shield DLC, you can already shiny hunt all the same Pokemon anyway that the DLC adds, so, and you hunt them at better odds. The only concern is if they eventually shut down the online play for that will frustrate me. It makes sense. It will make sense, but it would still frustrate me. You're a fraud? Oh no, Tomo, what have you done? What have you done? You know, I also found out on a side thing. Apparently, Twitch does not like you if you're simul streaming having chats pop up from a platform, which is hilarious. How petty of a platform do you have to be that you're like, no, I don't like you showing that people are watching you on a different platform? That's silly. The other thing that I was kind of hoping to play, because I did see it pop up on the Switch 2 shop, was the upgrade for Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I bought for the original Switch 1. However, I have yet to play it. So I was going to play it when I saw that, and I was like, ooh. However, apparently it is riddled with performance problems, and they've issued refunds and got rid of the update pack from the Switch 2 shop. Oh, Tamagotchi Life. I've got a family member that's looking forward to that as well. Yeah, apparently it was very, very bad. Apparently the upscaler wasn't working properly and the UI was looking horrible. So they refunded people on it. I really want to play the game. And I could play it on my Switch 1. But now that I saw that they're at least actively working on it, I kind of want to wait. Which is a little bit sad, but I'll make do. I'll make do waiting until it comes out properly. Right. I'm not going to continue. I'm bored flying in. Go and see if we can find some other spheres to do. I'm going to get Mudkip next. Mudkip's the one that I ideally want. Bench. An Alpha Shiny Mudkip would be pretty sweet. Posters. Yeah, there's a couple of games that I would like to see eventually, and I'd like to actively play. I will say, I'm hoping that they do an Emerald release on the Switch. If they do, I'll buy that. Oh, Battle Zone. I don't want the Battle Zone. I think Dual Types is... Oh, no, it's not Battle Zone. Oh, goodness, Homo. Yeah, that's an awful lot of hunting. Getting duplicates is always the best. Come on, 3 stars. Battle. Oh, stop the battle. The battle zones. Types of Pokemon that I would like. Yeah, I want Mudkip. That does not look like a Mudkip. I still don't know if that animation ever goes away. Ooh. Not bad. I like the fact that you can find starters in them, in these zones. That's nice. That's definitely not Mudkip. That's definitely not Mudkip. Yeah, I like the designs. I heard a rumor that apparently they're redoing them for Gen 10, which is incredibly annoying because it means probably the same thing we saw when we got Sword and Shield, which is people were like, yeah, they spent a lot of time doing the Pokemon, so they didn't spend as much time like planning the region. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Hey! Oh, Mudkip Marshtomp. Could definitely not go wrong with that. Another dragon one. Fortunately, it's not got on it in it. I mean, I might as well just... I'm gonna travel. No point to fast travel when it's that close. Right. I like... Is there a grass path that is leveled? Answer to that question is at least I have Sceptile. However, I know Sceptile. Right. So I should have Catching Power Water. counter power, and alpha power. Please give me a small zone. I really don't want it to be a massive zone. Oh, yes. Perfect. Perfect. Could not go wrong with that. Hey, Toasty. Oh, thank you very much for the 20 US dollars. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully the shiny hunting goes well. I'm really happy with this zone. So, yeah, thank you so much for the money. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the dono. Now, as far as I'm aware, this method works. And if not, yeah, it works. I think I'm going to end up with a Sharpedo, though. I do like... Oh, God. An Alpha Mega Swampert would be the dream. A shiny Alpha Mega Swampert would be the dream. Like, look at them. They're so derpy. They're just so far away. Thank you very much, Toasty. I updated it. I updated it. Used to be much more static, and then I got annoyed with it, and then I was like, I'm gonna go see if I can do anything with it. So now he moves. I'm gonna end up with a shiny alpha, and I know it's not gonna be the one that I'm after. I just have that feeling. Actually, check. There's more here. Okay. Oh, everything's angry with me. Right, run away. Oh, there's even more stuff up here. Can stuff just stop being angry with me, please? I don't want to KO anything. Oh, I'm stuck. Go. Saved it. Alright, well now I know I've got to look over to there as well. Got to look over to the side. Now, as far as I'm aware, this works. What I'm hoping happens is I hear the audio. If not, I'm going to be annoyed. To be fair, I've never done hunting this way before, so... Well, other than trying it just now with Torchic. We'll see. We shall see. Hope. Fingers crossed. And if not, we are 100% blaming Greg. Because I'm going to blame him. Nice and easy to blame someone else. I mean, to be fair, I 100% understand that it is never guaranteed. I probably should have hard saved before doing this. However, I do prefer the gamble of potentially missing the shiny. Or not getting it. And trying again. So we shall see how it goes. Although, if I'm honest, I am feeling a bit underwhelmed, but we shall see. I do prefer when they are these smaller zones, though. It does feel much nicer. Now... The shiny's not safe in the area if you do reloads. I think they do. I think it runs on a similar premise to the overworld. In that when you can, like, if you're in the main area, you can reload that way. You can like reload and you know they stay around. Catch 3 species. Yeah. We'll take the chance. No, as far as I'm aware, and to be fair, I don't actually know because I haven't done much in the hyper zones. As far as I'm aware, they save. However, I do not exactly know. I haven't looked into it. I probably should have looked into it. In all honesty, I definitely probably should have looked into it. Rather than going in completely blind. If I didn't go in blind, I couldn't blame Greg. So, since I know he's at the gym today, about when he comes back. No, I know in the overworld, if you fly to a spot and there's a shiny appears, the shiny will stay there until a certain number of shinies on the map, and then they reset. I think it's 10 shinies on the map at any given time. Like you can have saved. I've done bench resets. I've done flying across the map and going back, and the shiny is still there, even though all the other Pokemon around it change. So I'm hoping it's the same mechanic in this area. And I'm also hoping that the constant flying into this spot is resetting them, which it is. We can tell because the Pokemon in front of us sometimes are alpha, sometimes aren't. So we know the Pokemon are resetting. It just means that I'm incredibly unlucky. Which I think is something we've discovered. I just am incredibly unlucky. I haven't done any more Mudkip resets. I haven't done any more Rowlet resets. And I kind of don't have the heart to do any more. Especially now that I'm at 10k. So I am making a bold assumption that they just stay. Even after flying. I'm like, fly into the zone a bunch. Run and check. But it could just be that they are actively not saving, and then there's the potential that I'm resetting over it. And we shall see. I would really not do well in a shiny race. Or any kind of actual shiny hunting competition. Because my luck is just awful. Granted, in this zone I don't have sparkling power. If I did, that would make it even better. But, you know, again, from the sounds of it, that's a pain to get because it is random every single time. I'm hoping, Tomo, it's playing the sparkling sound. Ooh. Didn't know this zone was up here. Did it just play the audio twice? Or is there two? Right, well, there's definitely one up there, so hold on. I'm gonna gamble it. Your eyes didn't deceive... Your eyes might have deceived you. Because there is absolutely no way. I refuse to believe you could have spotted that. all the considering that was miles behind us. Right. There it is. Okay, so the flying does stay even if you fly. No, go for the shark, please. Wow, you just got absolutely... I'm getting absolutely screwed. Oh, it's fine, Tomo. I don't care. I'm happy to get a shiny. Also, welcome in, Dom. I hope you're doing well. I have no problem with getting a shiny. Do I wish it was Mudkip? Yes. However, now I can guarantee... Well, now we know that this works. Now we also know that you can keep flying and it stays. Which is also really good. So it's kind of like a... It kind of verifies a lot of information. Right? So in theory, it doesn't matter. You can completely reset over it. However, I should probably go and check on the launchers. Just in case there's a shiny up there. I'd also just grab these. Okay, no. Grab that. I'm gonna get kicked out now. But we take the shiny. We take the shiny. We can't complain at a shiny. Was it the best one for the zone? 100% no. However, we can't complain. Although, do we maybe go and check for another Froakie? I do already have one. However, I wouldn't mind another one. I also am not against the idea of an Alpha Aggron. But getting an Aron. I mean, we're here. How do we get to this one? Oh, it's up on the top. Get up top on that structure. Get up, though. Go up to there and then jump. You must. See if I can figure this out. Perfect. Froakie would be pretty sweet. However, I also probably most definitely farm some more berries in one of these because I will. So, Alpha Power. Catch, we'll go Alpha, Item Pokeball, move, and that. Yeah, we should be fine. Another inside one would be good. However, I think I'm going to get an outside one. I think it being inside or not depends on where exactly you are. Fine, we're inside again. Okay, we'll take it. Catch, destroy, use catch window. Okay. Get this out of the way first. That's gonna... And we'll try and get... Now we should get some items. Perfect placement. Big one. Take it. Climbable. Oh, that's nice. Now, Froakies are skittish, right? So they'll run away, which is good. Right, well, I know the bonus pool isn't here. Ooh, nice, Dom. Man, Tony the Tiger is pretty sweet. That one is... Now, my only concern is, because I ran into those Froakies, is that they've disappeared and it's going to take ages. That's my only... This area is definitely smaller than the other ones. Unless there is a... I think these are normal stuff. Let's see if we can get them to... See if we can get the Froakies in. If not, then I'm just resetting for Staryu. Setting for Staryu. Do we just wait? I mean, a shiny Staryu wouldn't go amiss. It's just not the best shiny we could potentially get. Farm some. I don't need the Mega Shards for any more... for any more rings. Mega Stones. However, you know, it wouldn't be bad. Unfortunately, I think with the licenses and that, Dom, it comes down to money. Costs a lot of money. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, is how most of the things in this world ends up being, right? It does, unfortunately, come down to money. One of those days. Getting there slowly but surely. I'm pressing the wrong button. Wrong button. Yeah, back on it. Oh, minute, where are all these Pokemon? Go and get all of the Mega Shards up here as well. Oh, actually, did going into another zone completely reset, like, heal my Pokemon up? I was also hoping that having the item upgrade would mean that more Pokeballs would spawn. They're not spawning. Okay, they're those guys back. Right, now I've got to remember for Froakie that he's skittish. I completely forgot about that. I know because I had incredible trouble getting my first shiny one because he was constantly running away and it took me like 10 minutes to capture him. It was definitely, took a little while. The only problem is, I think the distance you have to be to get the shiny sound in this game is very similar to how it was in Arceus, in that you can actively see the sprite is a different color before you hear that the sprite is a different color. In terms, you'll see it shiny before you hear it shiny. Unless you're just roaming around and you are on top of a building and it's shiny down below the building and you can't physically see it. In that case, obviously, then you hear it before you see it. Which, again, is fine. God, there's part of me that's just like constantly willing to check Alpha one. Definitely not a shiny one. I would have heard it. No Staryu. No shiny Staryu either. It is a shame. Now, the only thing I need to decide... Maybe I won't. Do I do shiny hunting for starters? I'm potentially doing an Alpha Sapphire run, but I don't know whether or not to do shiny hunting for the starters or not. Maybe. Oh man, the Harry Potter. I saw, and this is taking a bit of a diverge. I saw that apparently Hasbro are doing a collaboration at some point with Magic the Gathering and also Harry Potter. That was kind of surprising because again, I wouldn't have thought that would have been the plan. But apparently they are doing stuff with it. Which is interesting. Ooh. I will receive an email tomorrow telling me I've been chosen in the second wave for the Mega Charizard tin bundles. Oh man. Don't get me started on Transformers. Interestingly enough, I will be building my fan home Charizard soon. Because I've got all the bits now for that. Are they not resetting? Or am I just getting incredibly lucky or unlucky with the Pokemon that are spawning in here? I feel like they're not changing because that alpha has been alpha for... There you go. So that alpha looked like it wasn't changing at all. Don't go too close. Now I only have thinking about building it because I have it, and I did. I recently just built the Lego Concorde, which I've had sitting in my cupboard for over a year before I built it. So it's literally funny enough, the Lego the Power Rangers, not Transformer. What am I on about? The Power Rangers Megazord. I think I've bought everything now. I've not had an email telling me you've got everything, but I think I'm pretty much there. I'm going to open everything soon and start working on it. Oh, Herbie, man. I'd love it. I think I'm going to have to do a rewatch of all the Herbie movies again. I did that like a few years ago. And obviously, adult me knows that Herbie wasn't an actual moving car. However, I was watching Love Bug. And in one of the scenes, I think it's Love Bug, where they're on the date and Herbie drives down the hill, and literally you can see the wire that they used to pull it. Now, obviously, as a kid, I weren't looking for that. I was like, oh my God, the car's moving on its own. But as an adult, I literally saw it and I was like, man, that's kind of ruined it for me because now I can't unsee it in this scene. Maybe I need to get over that and just watch the rest of the movie. A tire rack? Ooh, nice. We're getting an awful lot of alphas. Do I have alpha? I don't think I have. Oh no, this one I had alpha power. Yeah, I have alpha power. What am I on about? I've got alpha, attack boost, and items. That was the 3 buffs that I got. Get the big Froakie. Oh yeah, man, I just love Herbie. They tried to do a newer movie. God, I feel like it was 2016, but I also feel like it was much earlier than that. No, it's 2005, which was fully loaded. Yeah, the Love Bug. They did a remake of the Love Bug. That's interesting. Yeah, so Herbie the Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas. Then they did was it a reshoot of the Love Bug? 97. Remake. And then they also did Herbie Fully Loaded. That was in 2005. Oh. 5. That feels like it was not that long ago. 11 years. No. 21 years ago. I definitely didn't think it was that long ago. I thought it was 10 years younger than 10 years older than it is. That's bad. I'd love to see a remake of it, man. I keep seeing the occasional Beetle pop up on Facebook, and I keep looking to see if maybe I want to buy one. and in a few years, and it happens every like year and a half, 2 years, when I go, ooh, I'd really like to buy a project car, and then I see the Beetle, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind a Beetle, an older Beetle, not a newer Beetle. I'm not so much a fan of the newer style of Beetles, but an older Beetle, and I'm like, ooh, that would be cool to have. But I never have the money when I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and it upsets me every single time. I'm like, ooh, and then it's like, no, can't buy it. Can't buy it. Like a lot of them are the newest style of Beetles, and I really don't like. I'm an old school purist when it comes to. There used to be one relatively local that very much painted exactly like Herbie, and we would see it every so often, like locally, and it was like, oh, that's so cool, and it was just like not amazing. See, there's one that's popped up locally that's a barn find for a Beetle, but it needs structural work. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I want it, but I can't afford it. Can't afford to take on the project. Mainly because I don't have space. It's not like I have my own driveway or my own garage that I can stick it in. And I'm not good enough with my money to put it aside to have, to rent a garage to like that. That, and there's really none local. That's the only one. Ooh. Now that is really interesting. Because again, I grew up on Bob the Builder. There is nothing, I don't think there's anything like inherently, I don't want to say wrong. I don't think there's anything inherently bad with, the die-cast toys for those. The only problem I have, and I have this problem with Bob the Builder, all of my childhood, like, series growing up, even if you go back to like the Thunderbirds and things like that, I used to really like them because they were done with like models and things like that. But then they transitioned it into computer generated graphics, and I just don't think they look as good. And then in my opinion, from that point on, the series started to decline, and then obviously they got taken off the air. I think is Thomas no longer on the air? From what I remember, they like pulled it completely, and now they just do YouTube content with the series. If I'm remembering correctly. It is entirely possible I'm not remembering correctly. However, but from what I can remember, I thought that was what happened to the series. And that just kind of saddens me a bit because are they doing a new one? Okay. Funnily enough, actually, speaking of Thomas, I was on holiday, and we were talking with my aunt, and she was like, I was really annoyed with you because you were big into trains. I still kind of am. But she's like, yeah, I had to watch so much like Thomas stuff because of you. Literally while on holiday, I got a notification pop up that they are releasing Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. which is a railway sim that obviously takes place in Sodor. And apparently, from what I can see on the Steam page for this game, is that they took like very, very, very realistic 3D scans of, you know, his original designs for the island. So it is like incredibly accurate to the vision. And now I'm like, I want to play the game. Keep in mind, I've never really got my hands deep into a train sim game. So I'm kind of like, half of me is eager to do it. The other half of me is kind of like scared because I think they can be pretty intense. So I'm like, do I, don't I? But we'll see. I get around to potentially playing it, which who knows when it will be. I used to be so big on it. It used to be a problem with how much I was into it when I was younger. Not so much when I'm older. That being said, I think this year, at the end of this year, going into next year, I need to try and find time to go and see more Steam Trains. Last year, there was a Steam event up the country that my family went to, and I went up for the weekend to join them. It was literally called Steam Fest. I was like, ooh. For the whole weekend, going from like 6 o'clock in the morning until like after midnight in some cases, there were actually Steam Trains going, and that just made young me so happy. I think I'd cry right now if there was a shiny Froakie that just popped in. No thoughts on it, Dom. I have no idea what it is. I imagine it's to do with the original creator. But I have no thoughts on it. In all honesty, this is the first I've heard of the Audrey extravaganza. Again, I'm into them, but I'm not like massively into them. That makes sense. Oh, the Tullywin Railway. The railway. I'm kind of done with zone hunting. Zone shiny hunting. How do I get that item? I want that. I want that screw. Right then. I don't think I could do a better ping even if I tried. Right. I think I need to go this way. Ooh. Sure that there was... But no, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I imagine it's pretty cool. But I don't actually know. I personally myself have not seen anything on it, nor do I know exactly where it is. Let's have a look. Oh, it's like a 2-day extravaganza that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. imagine. Interesting. What way do I want to go this way? It looks interesting, but I've never been there. Sounds like there's a lot of Pokemon up here. Oh, is that the Bidoof that I'm hearing? Landed it, right. Now I need to get to there. Now I think his way is from here. Got it. Probably not the intended way, however, I got it. That's the main thing. The other thing I'd like to get is more shiny Magikarp. I hate to say it, I am a sucker for golden fish. I want an alpha one. Ideally, if I can get an alpha Magikarp, alpha shiny Magikarp, I'll be happy. Basically a Thomas version of Bob the Builder. Ah. Again, my memory of Thomas is at this point 20 odd years old. So, like, it is bad. Or, you know, not as up to par as it once was. Oh, it's under here again. Yeah, there was a museum where we went, and the Seven River Railway, which is where we went. They have a museum, and in the museum, there's a train that they had in the museum that was based on. That's what the engine that Thomas was based off of. I just can't remember exact model of the train, but it was cool. Hey guys, are you aggressive? Oh, a little bit aggressive. Come on, Glaceon. We'll leave them to it. Right, Klefki. Go in and strike up conversation with these guys. I did not know that. But that is cool. Lots of iron, which I like. I'm not going to touch the Aron because I don't want to lose them. Guys. Ooh. You guys are over here. Now the question is, where on earth is the gold? Something here, I can hear it. Oh, it's up there. Okay, it's not here. Not over there, which means the golden ball is all the way over here. I've gotten really lucky with all of these, being that they're all underground zones. I was honestly half expecting them to be mostly above ground this evening. But we'll take what we can get, and what we can get is a victory. We'll take it. You know the other thing that I'm now adding to my to-do list tomorrow? Is I need to get the stuff working. Get the alerts going for super chats. I feel bad about just Toasty earlier coming in and giving a donor and being like, oh, it didn't pop up. So I need to get that fixed. Where is this? I'm hearing this. Where on earth is this? Oh, it's the portal. I'm going insane. Right. Now, I don't know what shiny Galarian Meowth looks like. I know what shiny Aron looks like, and I know what shiny Klefki looks like. But I don't know about shiny Galarian Meowth. Gotta remember that the LBSCR. Was that what I saw? That sounds familiar. I'm really not a massive fan of resetting like this. However, no other way of doing it. There's no shiny up there. So the only problem is alphas of non-aggressive Pokemon are aggressive. The aggro. Don't aggro. Stop aggro. Okay. They're not stopped running at me, but they lose aggro technically. So it means I can go back to resetting. Is good. Which is what we need. We need it to be nice, quick, and easy. Actually, thinking of, I kind of need to get going along with a new YouTube profile picture, I think. I need a new YouTube profile picture, and I need to work on a banner. Not even really shiny hunting Magikarp anymore. Maybe need to pick a new image for the channel. I also didn't realize how large the original Thomas Tank Engine models were. Like they were a very large gauge. Which logistically, when you think about it, makes sense. But still, I was kind of surprised to figure out that they were O gauge. I was like, oh, didn't realize they were that big. Oh, they were huge. But then again, they had servos in the main boilers for the eyes. And the eyes were actually actuating. Again, it's insane the difference kind of in that kind of technology. Like, yeah, you could probably make them a lot smaller today, but back then they were so big. Honestly, kind of cool. I think personally it was very cool. I really like the entire like behind the scenes kind of stuff for a lot of the kind of a lot of the old school TV shows. I just think it's really cool. Hey Cloud, how are you doing? Hope you're feeling better today. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, and is going well. It's midweek. I feel really bad because this week I've been sitting at work. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like actively, I think today I did about like 2.5 hours of actual work. And that was it for the whole day. I feel kind of bad about it. However, keep in mind when there's actually work to do, I'll like work through my lunch sometimes to get it done. So I don't feel that bad because I'm like, well, now I'm just getting back the time that I've, already, that I should have had off, but just had off yet. So quite happy, but it also makes the day feel like it takes so long to get going. Which is why you've probably seen me more on Discord over the last few days, due to the fact that I'm just like, I've got nothing to do. So I'm just gonna sit and chat on Discord for a little bit. Also, Lego had a Duplo. You had a Lego Duplo Lofty. Oh wow! Oh, that's cool. Oh man. Do you know what? My favorite memory from Bob the Builder as a series was the Elton John episode, the Christmas episode that they did with Elton John, where they sing Crocodile Rock. That's my personal favorite Bob the Builder episode, and I think it was a Christmas special. The only shiny I'm gonna get today, the bloody fish. I think it is. Which is gonna make me cry a bit. Because YouTube, I haven't tested it for a little while. I'm half hoping that YouTube has figured out the vertical overlay stuff, but I don't think it has. Because I'm like, I need the vertical overlay stuff. The vertical overlay, the vertical stream integration. I tested it when I first got access to it, but I was like, this is bad. Because I couldn't change anything about the overlay, how it was laid out. It was literally just a center cut of the main stream. And I was like, okay, the premise is there. The idea is there. The fact I can do both of them on a single, you know, stream is nice. But it would also be nice to, you know, have the ability to change the vertical layout a little bit. But as of yet, I haven't seen any update to it that would make me think that it would be any better. Oh yeah. I mean, it would have been better if they made them all. I won't deny that. Again, as with everything, you're like a collector like me. It's like they made one or two, and it's like, why not just make the rest so I can get them all? I will say I will be doing something new tomorrow, and I will be posting if I have any success with it. I am upholstering for the first time, which is definitely a weird tangent. However, my office chair that I'm using, I bought beginning of last year, and it cost me £200, so like $250 odd, I think. And it started to peel, like the faux leather started to peel, and I've not done anything with it. But I was like, oh, I'll just get a new chair. And then I was looking at the prices of new chairs. Like, I don't want to spend another £200 on a chair. So now I'm learning to reupholster my chairs. So I've ordered some fabric. I will be picking that up tomorrow, either during my lunch break or on my way home from work. And then I'll spend tomorrow evening attempting to reupholster my armrests. Or at least one of them. And then I'll also be working on that whenever I can, because I want to get these sorted. If I can do the armrests, I'm then hoping over the weekend to tackle the main chair. The main cushion. The backrest is absolutely fine. It's just annoying that it's the armrests that have gone. However, I paid like £22 for the materials to fix the chair, or to potentially reupholster the chairs. I was like, that's so much better than paying the £200 for a new chair. Oh, that's cool, Dom. I had that a lot when I was younger, watching the shows that I enjoyed. Was that you would hear the same characters from like multiple shows. I think it was the big one for me was Dinosaur King and Pokemon, because the voice actress for Jessie was the voice actress for one of the bad group guys in Dinosaur King. And that was hilarious. It threw me off first of all, because I'm like, I'm not watching Pokemon, am I? And then it was like, oh. No, I am watching Dinosaur King. There's dinosaurs in it. That was another thing. Okay, I realize now I definitely might have something wrong with me. as everyone, I'm sure, might have realized by now. There was a new species, apparently, of Spinosaurus that was discovered recently. And its skull looks freaking awesome. Because it looks like it I think it's got like a scimitar on its head, the way that it was described. So it's got like a horn going up on its skull. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I get dinosaur edits every so often on Instagram. Is it obvious? I'll literally sit there scrolling and it'll be like dinosaur, and I'll be like, I gotta watch it. My brother likes to take the piss out of me. Just because he goes, he likes to go, God, you're so autistic. I go, why? Because I'm excited to talk about trains? And he go, yes. I go, oh, okay, fair. But I also had to remind him I'm not as insane as I could be with my fixation on it. I have what I like to call a mild fixation in a lot of things. I'm an autist of all trades, not an autist of one. Again, you know, to a degree, I have a love of cars. Like, I love cars. I love trains. I love dinosaurs. I thought that was a shiny Aron. Alpha one. Like, I have so many different, like, mini. I'd call them mini hobbies or mini, you know, fixations, but I'm not like hyper fixated on one thing. Again, Lego is one for me. Like, I love Lego, and after building the Concorde, I now am intrigued in buying more Lego. It's just one of those things where it just, you know, I don't do it for a little while and then it triggers me. You know, and then I'm like, I want to do that again. It's like model trains. I had a resurgence a few years, 2-3 years ago, where I was like, I want to do model trains again. I used to do them when I was younger, and now I'm like, I want to do it. And then I fall out of it, and then it will just come across like Hornby now do 00 gauge. They do smaller gauge. And I was like, ooh. However, they're the same price as their HO trains. Oh, it is 00, I think. And I was like, ooh, maybe I do want to do that. Maybe I do want to get me going back on that. So now I'm like, ooh, maybe I do want to do trains again. It is a problem. It just hits that right part of the brain, you know? I'm hoping I can, like, I want to channel it into other stuff, you know? Part of me is like, it'd be really cool to channel, like, you know, kind of hyper focus into recording videos or, you know, or editing or other stuff, but I haven't quite gotten to my tism is not to the ability that I can allocate it to stuff yet. So, you know, the love of my things will trigger me, but like, I don't do a lot with it. Like, I'll go through a 2-week Minecraft phase, but it won't be the 2-week Minecraft phase that I want, where it's like, oh, I'll record a bunch of videos and then upload a bunch of videos. It's me just doing dumb stuff by myself on a random server. And that's unfortunately just how it is for me, and it sucks. I wish I could guide it. Now I thought that was a shiny Aron. I know what's going to happen is I'm going to run just up here. I'm going to hit a sparkle. No. Part of me doesn't want to do much more in the way of resetting because I know if I run to it and it like doesn't shine, oh, if it does shine and I can't catch it, I'm gonna cry. So I refuse to let that get the best of me. That being said, I do need to go back and make a couple more donuts. Fine. I'm not going to worry too much about trying to like min-max it for sparkling power. Mungo. I feel like the more you end up making, oh, maybe I'll make it. Thoughts on Thomas H.O. models? I have no qualms, no problems with that. I have no problems with brands making the models. Again, like my TISM is a little bit not fully into it. So again, my model train TISM is just that. It's like I like the look of model trains. I like the tracks. I like the layouts of model trains. That's it. I only know Hornby in terms of like company because that's what's you know, that's what I grew up on. And in the UK they're a big the Dragon one. They're a it's a big company. So it's kind of like that's what I grew up surrounded by. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Dragon. Wait. Now, what do we get? Catching, grounding, counter power, item power special. We'll go with that one. He gives me 6 minutes. I forgot this is a tier 3. I need to do the quest as quick as possible in here, and I can guarantee you now it's not going to be an underground zone. Oh, it is. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you, game. Glaceon. Problem with Dratini is runs away. Hi, Goomies. Don't mind me. I don't need you guys anymore, don't worry. Ooh, Galarian Wreath. Ah, okay. I see. This must be what Greg was talking about getting the items in the zone. Just use your attack. Oh my god. Ew. We want. Lots of berries. Funny enough, do you know what? I was just reading that, Dom, and I'm thinking, man, Duke, that was another one of my fixations for a little while, was the original TV show for the Dukes of Hazzard. I'd watched the 2000 and... God, was it around the same time? I watched the Johnny Knoxville movie version of it, and then it was like, oh yeah, no, there's a TV show. And then I watched, like, I'd got for me bought the box set, like the DVD of the original series, and I watched through all of that at one point as well. Oh, the music to that show, like the music in general, is pretty good. I can't lie. Don't worry, I'm only coming up here for the Pokemon. I don't want to start any. All I want is the Pokemon. Now, oh no, there's already been this way. Silly me. You know, my one problem with the fact that there's loading screens in this game is that the game on the Switch 2 loads quick enough that you don't have time to read them unless you're a speed reader. Changing your viewpoint while focusing. Obstructions left by Pokemon. And that's all I can read. Spicy donuts. I felt like that was useful information. Spicy donuts. Spicy flavor are something. Enraged Pokemon. Speed stat. Being defeated in hyperspace. It's just like not quick enough to fully read everything. Something with power resistance. Trackmaster was also a really cool. Was also, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the golden age of, you know, of most stuff, the stuff, the products always seem to be better than they are now. I think, like, again, kind of. So I got to be careful because the teeny spawn. I hope I'm not close enough to scare them immediately. That's the other thing I was thinking of maybe getting back into, which is why I'm glad I don't have more money to put towards stuff, or like a house of my own, was Scalextrics. It was my dream when I was, and this harks back to the Dukes of Hazzard, was to own the General Lee in Scalextric form, because there was a shop that there was a place near our house, relatively close, that we went to quite frequently that had it for sale, and every time we went there I was like, ooh, I want to buy it. I was like, oh, I want it so badly. Luckily for me, I haven't gone back there since becoming an adult and having adult money, so I haven't found it. However, I might go back soon because I'm tempted to do kind of more stuff for me, just kind of solo stuff. I went to end of last year, I went to a movie by myself. I just went out and watched a movie. I'm gonna go to the cinema. What did I watch in the end? Oh, Zootopia 2. I just went to the cinema by myself, just one evening. Yep, I'm gonna go to the cinema. I think I'm gonna do that again with what's the new one? Glen Powell? Project Hail Mary. That is Ryan Gosling. Yeah, apparently that's based off of a book. I think I'm gonna go and see that of March. So I think I'm gonna go see that at some point. But yeah, it was like I came across something today that was like a list of side quests to do in 2026. One of them was like take yourself out to a breakfast. I was like, I can do that. I can go somewhere new. Another one was like take a different route home than you normally take, and it was like take a different room home every day for a month. And I was like, I don't live in a place that has enough different routes to my home to take a different one every month. You know, a day for 30 days. Like, what? I'd split it between the 4 ways home I can take. That seems silly. So I'm not doing that. So yeah, it's interesting to say the least. However, you know, a couple of those I think I can do. One of them was like a new hobby. Pick up a new hobby, do it for 30 days straight. Yay! Okay, what's the best Pokeball for that? Take it. I'm happy. Is it green shiny day? The other one I want to check is the other one. But I don't want to get past it. Okay. We're not going to get any more. Me? No. Hey, Jocko. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. That's Alpha. Hope you're doing good. This might be stupid because I don't know how long college is in the US. Are you almost done at college? Have you finished college? Like, college in the UK, I think, is 2 years? I'm not gonna get a shiny Goomy, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I've gotten two shinies. 4 years. Oh, you're going bachelor. Yeah, I got Carvana and then Noibat as well. So I was trying to figure out how long I've been doing YouTube or the streams. I think it has been about that long. No, I want YouTube. I 2022. Oh, okay, no. So I've only been doing it. In August, I've been doing it for 4 years. Got one more donut on. I know in the UK, college in the UK is different to college in the US. College in the UK is 2 years, I do believe. And then you go on to university. Ooh. We go for a bunch of new Pokemon. Or do we go Cruise? I did again. Don't mind Mine Junior. That not Polisand. What's the maybe it is? It's the sandy guy. Ooh, Beldum is not a bad one. 3 years for associates, 4 years for bachelors, and 4 for masters. Like 8 or yeah. Did I see Ling and then Chimika? Outside of Lysander's calf. Yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe getting the scans done, but again, for me, I kind of have some. Oh, I got loads. I mean, we got to go catching power ground, right? Encounter power resistance over this one. Again, I don't know if I'm really that bothered about getting some of these Pokemon shiny, because you can get most of them, if not all of them, shiny in Sword and Shield DLC. Which, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go back to. Hello, Golett. Catch 6 species of Pokemon. Wait. Okay, I don't like this zone for shiny hunting. Because it is it's a really large zone. And because of how vertical it is as well, it sucks. I'm not looking forward to trying to find this golden ball. There's best berries to grind. There's the best donuts to grind berries. I did not about that. I mean, I have some. I do this. I don't think it. I might have none. I have 3. Hold. Out at me. Why I hate these. There we go. Is that it? That was it? Face your maybe we won't. Can you stop hitting me, please? Only reason. You're still hitting me? I'm like 1.5 miles away from you. Yeah, let's iron defense. Job ding. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't tell you. Kind of have to learn where the golden balls zone. Like now, I have no idea where it is, and it's running out of time to get it. Mercury, hope you're doing well. Hope you're last we spoke, you were doing a an event, I think. That went well. Oh, Onyx. Yeah, see, this is own. I need to then upgrade guys up. Star thing. Better. See, I don't know where to get the berries from. Can you just, like, buy them? I definitely don't want what an odd place. No. You do hyper Tenga? Is that a thing? I don't think I'm gonna leave before I get evicted. Oh no. I don't wanna have to go. Don't make me do it. Hopefully this isn't a story lock, which is something I've discovered in this that I really don't like. Yeah, cherry chesto. Tomato. Alright, Mercury. Go and enjoy your breakfast. Thanks for stopping by. I still really don't know the best way. I just kind of spam whatever I want into them and just see what I get. I might. I'm sure there's a method to the madness, but I do not know it. Ooh, alpha and catching. I do. I'm actively just seeing what sticks. I have yet to get sparkling power on any of these. It'll be interesting to see if it's the if it's a specific, like, it needs to be sour, spicy, whatever, to guarantee it. Or if I'm just getting unlucky. I can see why Greg was like, people are soft resetting. That to me does make sense. Right, well, a zone 1 or a zone 2, absolutely fine. I do have hatching alpha fire. I also kind of want to go in this psychic zone. Because I don't have Mime Junior yet, and I am not adverse. Oh, wait, now I've got the shiny charm. I can also Shalfa hunt. Yeah. I've still got my zone overspawn from before the patch. Overloaded. Granted, I am one Pokemon down. I'm fine with that. The one with nothing. I don't want to waste any of. Also, I don't think I can stand being in this zone for 15 minutes. I hear it. Hearing it like I can't snipe that. I'm trying to snipe it. You guys aren't. You're half British? Yeah, you're fairy now, aren't you? I'm like, why can I Sludge Wave these and have it do big damage? Now I remember. I thought it was up here. Careful on the other side. Oh, these Pokeballs are really, I think. What the hell? Are there boxes? We burn these boxes? No, you just blocked entirely from getting up. Interesting. For being a big gold Pokemon, it sure is hard to find. Never mind. Is there any more? Half of me doesn't care about I can find. Cares about the Pokemon. Half of me is like shiny hunter. And nice. Good job, Charlie Lizard. Hear it, but I'll be honest, running around grabbing items, one of my more favorite. Again, unfortunately, I am a little goblin. I also like cheesing stuff like this. It's like, no, you have to parkour. No, I don't. I have heat. I don't have to do any of that. Teleport back up to the roof. Arguably, I could have just literally done that on top of it. There is a Pokeball up there? Okay, how do we get there? Oh, this way. That's why they blocked it. Stop me from the game. I will get loot. That's the only, in my opinion, the only benefit of the larger zones is you get more Pokeballs. Get more. That's, in my opinion, the only benefit of the larger zone. Couple of shinies that I'm kind of thinking we'll get from here. I think Inkay would be quite nice. I don't think I've got a shiny Inkay yet. Esper, obviously, now I've got. Mime Junior could be nice. Maybe not for the Mime Junior. Maybe not for the Mime Junior. I thought I slept half decently. Apparently I did not. A little bit more, right? Get bored and want to do around. The odds should now be in my favor. However, never mind. One down there. See the little gold. Wow, you really can't tell the difference from up top. Like you can just about see shiny Inkay down there. Weird if I got one. No shiny. Me? We're ending the terrible reign of green shinies. Shiny down here. About in. Shiny Esper inside. That just lighting. Shiny Esper. We'll take it. The first double shiny. Hyperzone distortion. Hyperzone? Hyper. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know the best Pokeball for Inkay. Legal Pokeball. Still got it. Now, Inkay. Premier Ball. Oh, we'll go. Get another one. We'll go Premier Ball. If I get another one. But I do think I have a level. That's the other one that they recommend from Malamar. Luckily, the numbers are on my side just due to the sheer numbers of Inkay in this area. And by that I mean the sheer likelihood that I will get a another one is quite high. I think the one that I'm least likely to get will be Mime Jr. Because I don't think that Mime Jr. will be a guarantee. Because I literally think there's like higher map. Which I think is the 4. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think it is relatively unlikely that I will get one. But we will make do. Ah, there you go. There's another shiny. We take the shinies. I'm Junior. Only one. I was gonna say, did I spook them all? I don't think I spooked them all. Something else other than an Inkay would be nice. To be fair, I think the larger zones are slightly better for shiny hunting than the smaller zones, just because you get like a lot more, an awful lot more like area, whereas in the underground zone you kind of don't get that vast area. Like I can hunt, you know, there's a lot more areas where Pokemon spawn in the larger zone. Again, the only downside is it takes longer to run around Also interesting how all the shiny in cave have been down below where I spawn and not up here. Which is really interesting. Oh goodness, the yawns are kicking in. One of those days, one of those evenings where my body has decided it needs more oxygen, not gold. But now it's deciding it needs to yawn. No more down there, which is good. Nothing more up here. Anything down here? Now, Esper, if I'm remembering correctly, has a branched evolution. That's a little bit annoying. I'm not saying the only shiny I wanted here would be Mime Jr., but it wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't mind an alpha one. I also have yet to figure out. I think I know in the back of my head. I know how to evolve in this game, but I've yet to like verify that information. I remember in the 3DS you used to have to turn the console upside down and level it. I think, or was it just turn it upside down? I can't remember. If you have to do that on the Switch too, it'll be interesting because I play on a controller through a TV, so definitely be an interesting way of evolving. And I think I want to get down to 100 calories left, and then I'm gonna roam around again and just see if there's any new shinies. One star is definitely the best way. One star with a max sandwich, you can definitely get a good. Good amount of time and potentially get shinies. Okay, no, that's gonna take so long to get down to that. group of Esper down here at the back. No shiny. Okay, it's not going to take me that long to do a full map check. But I definitely think this is going to be the last hyper zone day. Hyperspace. I wouldn't be adverse to another Inkay. I know I'm thinking that in my head I'm thinking, God, another Inkay. But I have two. I have now got two Espers in this zone. I might actually let me sort out the box. Speed up. I think it's speed. Is speeding up. Try if there's. Is there not an item there? Yeah, we'll leave. Okay, now I've got a bunch of extra donuts. All the ones I want. Oh, 6 shinies. I have never had a stream that successful on this game. 6. Oh. Now I'm shiny hunting. But I think that is me done for the stream. Thank you very much for watching today, everyone. I will be back on Friday at some point. I was originally thinking of doing something new, but this week, unfortunately, Friday is a bit action-packed, so I'm probably just going to come back and do more ZA shiny hunting. So thank you very much for watching today, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. I will see you all Friday. Enjoy. Be good to each other. Have a good one, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.